So let's talk about the CIA coup that destabilized Jamaica. But first, let's understand the coup, right? So this is where these people use different tactics to overthrow a government or dethrone a king or so forth, right? So what they will do is they'll send around their agents. The agent's job is to find somebody who wants to be a leader. So it's dealing with their desire. And when they find that agent, it's going to sow a seed of poison, a seed of lies into the heart of that person. And then it's going to finance a campaign that goes against the actual government ruling over the people, right? And this is why it's not good for a country to accept gift, because the gift blinds the heart. That's what the Bible is talking about when it says, do not accept this gift. The gift is talking about bribery. And what is the bribery? What is the gift that the Bible says we should not accept? It's called, in political term, USAID. So their money is already in the system, in our systems. So guess what? All they need to do now is just distribute the money into the hands of the people, and they will carry out the work. So what did they do to Jamaica? They sent forth their agents coming as regular tourists in the hotel industries, and then they have their other people that goes in the ears of the other Jamaicans. They gave them guns, gave them money, and I said, hey, I bet you cannot go over there and fire these gunshots. So when these people start doing it in the touristic area, what happened? Those agents that are tourists in the hotels, they go back home and they write all these reports. And then what? Through what they call propaganda war, they start spreading all these negative things on the government. So it's all over the newspaper. Now the people in the country are politically uneducated. I'm not talking about your book education, because it's the same today. People are highly educated, have a lot of degrees, but they are still politically ignorant. So they start to push things pertaining to communism about these people. These people don't even know what communism is about. And they start to defend democracy. They don't want Jamaica to turn communism, and that's where the whole thing started. So with all those things now, they destabilize the economy. Everything starts to get short. There are sanctions on the government. Things start to get sharp, and so forth. Then the next leader that they want to put in the seat, that person now is going to appear as what? The hero of the people. So once people are getting into famine and they start to worry and panic, the other person that comes into the seat and restore foods and everything to them is going to appear as the hero. That is the CIA agent that's going to lead the people, that's going to lead the country to do what? Continue to pursue the goal of the American agenda. Now that this is accomplished, they can do what? Get into the normalization process. Even now, over what, maybe 50 years later, we are still in that normalization process, because it can take as long as they want it to take. They know how to create. No, they had to create something to give the illusion that we are no longer under that destabilized economy. So what did they do? What did they do? They had to give rise to what? Crime and violence. Now, let me explain this in a relationship context so you can get it before you can get the idea politically. Now, think about a woman who is what we call codependent, right? She has a lot of mental problems or toxic behaviors, but she finds a man who has more critical problems than her. So the man is either alcoholic, abusive, or something of that nature. So when they're in a relationship, it's hard to see her toxic behaviors, because the behaviors of this man outweighs her mental problems. Now it's the same thing. Jamaica's economy is that codependent woman, and with crime and violence being the top of our newspaper every time, it overshadows the real problem of the codependency of Jamaica's economy. So you think that, oh no, we have a stabilized economy, or we have a better economy from that time? No, it's just that they took away your attention from the devastating state of the economy and focus it on something that keeps you in a more deeper fear: crime and violence. Remove crime and violence from your news headlines, and then you will see you're only left to see the Jamaican economy. This is Jamaica. This is where they put crime and violence in the front of everything, while the real problem of the economy is in the background. You cannot see it. There's a veil. Our people need to be politically educated